Welcome back, EDISON players, to another episode of Gadget Case Study, a series where I look at my ranked Gadget gameplay against a specific deck, just to see how does the matchup go, what are the strengths and weaknesses of both decks in these matchups. And today we are looking at Gladiator Beasts, and it's a matchup that I really enjoy playing. It's really back and forth, and the goal of the Gladiator Beasts here is to try to take control and start snowballing, because as soon as they do that, it's very difficult to come back for gadgets, and gadgets will of course try to not make that happen. So first match, here I was at like 780 rating, so it's pretty high ranked. Let's head into our first of 4 matches. My opponent wins the die roll, and we see that they are on some heavy negations, Solemn Judgment and 7 tools. They're gonna set Retiari, and I luckily have multiple answers to Retiari under Shrink, which they also have. I think I saw that here. Yeah, Shrink. Both Gearframe and Cyber Dragon are strong enough to attack over Retiari even when they get hit by Shrink. So Cyber Dragon first, because I was assuming could have been a hamster, and then Gearframe. In May Phase 2, I equip my Gearframe to my Cyber Dragon to not get hit with a Chimera attack. And this is good, because now my opponent is very de-incentivized to activate Giant Trunade. I'm gonna try to bottomless this quest. That's gonna make them use 7 tools of the bandits. And here they're gonna have the Shrink, so I am going to Mirror Force this, but I have Solemn Judgment. So very low on life for them already. And this is gonna resolve, so I'll be taking some damage. My Cyber Dragon lives, but of course they're gonna tag out into Murmillo. And now they are at a quite disadvantage. I summon my second Gearframe at another fortress, and no need to play Solidarity just yet, so I'm gonna keep it in hand. No normal summon they have is big enough. They're not playing Andal, right? So here they have a perfect draw. They have Book of Moon, so they're gonna summon Bestiari, book my monster, attack over it, and they don't really have anything good to tag into. They're going for Secutor, even though they know that I have 2 Machina Fortress in hand. So even though this is a bit risky on my side, I am gonna try to clear this Secutor. Yeah, and I do so with the Gadget. Yeah, I do Solidarity in May Phase 2, just in case of, if they have Wawaku, they would be able to tag out into Bestiari and destroy the Solidarity, so that's why I chose to do it that way. Here they have another perfect top deck. They have Giant Trunade and Proving Ground, so they can just summon out Laquari, go for some damage. But it's all coming too little too late for them, because they know that I have the double fortress, and now I am gonna be sealing the deal. So let's go to main phase, to game 2 rather. And here, this is a tough hand. All monsters, I do have a Smashing Round. Let's see. I think in hindsight, the correct play is to first Smashing Round, then summon out the Gearframe, I think. Let's see how I play it out. Another Gadget. Exactly what I needed. So yeah, here is Smashing Rounds, and normal summon Gearframe gets hit with Bottomless, which is very suspicious that they wouldn't hold it for Fortress. So now I'm assuming they have Dimensional Prison sets. So it might be wise to not attack. But I'm just gonna attack into that. Okay. In hindsight, maybe not the correct play. They have Secutor, and again, Book of Moon. Book of Moon, such a good card if you're playing like Secutor builds. And they are gonna tag out Secutor into Secutor, which you can do with Death Tiger. I believe. Yeah, it just works. Can do that. No problem. So they're gonna attack into my fortress and then summon out Equest and Darius. No, not Darius, Laquari. And Equest is gonna add back a Laquari. And in main phase 2, they're gonna contact fusion for the big bad Heraklinos. Scrap Recycler, send Fortress. I'm gonna pitch 2 gadgets to summon back Fortress, and now I have Scrap Recycler's effects, which will let me draw an extra card. So very good. And I draw into Gozen Match, but yeah, it's gonna be hard to get that to stick, unless of course I clear the Heraklinos with my 2 fortresses. He has War Chariot for 1, but the other one will be able to take out my my Machina, the Heraklinos. I attack directly with Recycler, and I'm not using Solidarity for some reason. That's odd. I knew they had Laquari, so doesn't make sense to play Solidarity just to maintain my life points a bit. Laquari attacks the Scrap Recycler, and I have Gozen Match, which means that they cannot tag out. The ruling in EDISON format is that a Gladiator Beast can tag out under Gozen Match or Rivalry if there is a valid target in the deck, and once your Gladiator Beast has been shuffled into the deck, you can tag out whatever you want. But since there is no other fire Gladiator Beast in a EDISON format, they cannot ever tag out Laquari. Since I believe Laquari has to tag out into except Gladiator Beast Laquari. Yeah. So here I am going to commit Solidarity. I'm going to try to close this game up as soon as possible, not give them a chance to come back. And yeah, Death Tiger. Not gonna do anything under Gozen Match, especially not with backup from Solemn Judgment. And as we see here, Solemn Judgment on the Book of Moon is gonna be sealing the deal. Very cool. Next match, here I was at like 811 rating. So all of these matches are fairly recent. For some reason, most of the Gladiator Beast players I came across were on the higher end of the ladder. Again, at this point, I have no idea what I'm playing against, so I'm just gonna summon Gear Frame and attack, but it runs into Dimensional Prison. Main phase 2, I'm gonna just set Royal Oppression, which is an excellent card in this matchup, but they have Mystical Space Typhoon, so here their Sam Knight can freely attack for game. Not for game, but for damage. I'm seeing that they have Death Tiger in hand, so maybe they could have done a Secutor play. That would have been cool. And they're setting 3 back row. I know this Heavy Storm wouldn't resolve, so it might be wise to not play it, to play around Starlight Roads. But I am going to play it to burn the Solemn Judgment. If they had Starlight Road, I could have tried to crash Fortress into Stardust Dragon and clear up the field that way. But yeah, I'm just going to burn the Solemn Judgment. Here, Reg Gadget is summoned. I'm gonna try to burn a War Chariot. And here, I'm taking the risk. I'm a bit of a... Yeah, I'm down bad here, so I have to take the risk, and he has Mirror Force to punish it super hard. And Dust Tornado to put the nail in the coffin. Here he does have Test Tiger to go into Secutor. Sequitor is going to attack directly, and at the end of the battle phase summon Retiari and Laquari, and that's my only fortress he's banishing, so yeah, not looking good for me. Solidarity is quite a good draw, so I'm gonna normal summon the gadgets, add another one, and try to attack over Sequitor, which is going to work. So I set my, what's it called, Compulse. It's gonna get sniped in the end phase, but he still has to find a way to get rid of, no, this Laquari is 21, but my opponent is not adjusting the attack stats. So yeah, here, the second Dust Tornado was a death sentence, because now he can just attack into Bestiary, pop my Solidarity, and I do draw limit removal, but what good is it going to do me? I just have to set it and pray. Damage step, use limiter. And I draw the force, but yeah, my fortress got banished, so unfortunately I'm losing this one. Game 2. This hand is pretty good, pretty good. I'm gonna summon my gadgets, add another one, and just set Bottomless and Goes and Match. And he starts things off with Cold Wave, and this is why Goes and Match is so good in this matchup. You just chain it, and since it's different from Royal Oppression that always has to activate, it's just continuous, so that stays active. He has the cats. He's going to summon 2 more Samnites. Attacks over my green gadget without any interruption. Here we had a long discussion about what he can and cannot do under Goes and Match. If he only had 1 Samnite, he would have been able to tag out into Bestiary, but since he has 2, that is not possible. Because of course there are other Earth monsters in the deck. So we had to call a judge, but eventually he understands the ruling and summons out Hoplomus and Darius. So I am still locked out of using spells and traps. So what I am going to do here is attack over the Hoplomus. It might have been better to attack over the Darius, but it's not super relevant here. Here, my opponent can activate spells and traps or set them as well. I'm going to bring out my gadgets, and yeah, he changed Torrential. So now I'm in an awkward spot, but I think I'm going to pitch Cyber Dragon and Red Gadgets to bring out Fortress, but it gets hit by Bottomless. Oh man, it's not my day. Equest comes out, but he has my body as a shield to stop the Bottomless trap hole. Yeah, so Equest tags out into Bestiary, pops the Goes and Match, and luckily I still have some plays. I have the yellow gadgets to grab the green, I have the Solidarity, and do I try to attack over the Bestiary? Yes, I try to, but he has Mirror Force. And I have a Mirror Force of my own, but yeah, chances were that my opponent had the second Gladiator Beast to summon Gizarus, and he just destroys the Mirror Force. So pretty good on his part. To play around Starlight Road. And in main phase 2, he is going to summon Laquari, Equests. So how do I get out of this? Gearframe is a perfect top deck. So I'm gonna bring it out. I'm gonna probably summon the Fortress. Yeah, 33. And it looks like I might be running with this one. Yeah, the Fortress gets banished. That was to be expected. And he has Book of Moon. Yeah, that is just going to be, well, not GG yet, because I'm still at 100 life points. No Gaga Cowboy. But yeah, what am I going to do against this? And Bestiary pops my solidarity for good measure. So it's kind of Machina Force or bust here. Oh no, I don't even have a Fortress engraved, so yeah. Here is the Starlight Road, way too late. So unfortunately, losing that one. Third match, and my opponent again gets to go first. I'm not very good at winning die rolls against Gladiator Beasts. And he has a pretty amazing opening hand. He has Laquari, he has Bottomless, Trapstun, War Chariot. Well, I have a handful of Machinas, so yeah, I can make plays here, but it's gonna be difficult. My Gear Frame gets hit with War Chariots. My Fortress gets hit with Bottomless. And my second Fortress, I'm gonna try to play balls to the walls here. That connects. Okay, oof, oof. I'm gonna set the dead Dust Shoots. My opponent is just going to pass, which is excellent. I'm gonna normal summon Machina Force, because I know, yeah, there is no Mirror Force, there is no Battle Trap there. And I'm gonna do a lot of damage. And as soon as my opponent draws, after they pass priority, of course, I'm gonna Dust Shoot, and they have a hand full of monsters, so nothing they can do with that. I know they don't have a Battle Trap, so I'm just going to push in for the game, and they had Mirror Force one turn too late. Game number 2. And as you can see, they again have a pretty good opening hand. They have a Gladiator Beast, they have some back row behind it, they have Cyber Dragon for the clapback. I start things off with green Gadgets, and that gets hit with War Chariots. Next I'm gonna blind Space Typhoon. I kind of wanted my Gadgets to be War Chariot tier, so gonna blind Space Typhoon the prison. Excellent, I'm a happy camper. Gonna try to attack over the Laquari, and it connects. So I just set 2 and pass play. But he has Ancient Forest, which is a very cool tech card. Basically forces all monsters to attack and destroys monsters at the end of the battle phase. I will Oppression the Cyber Dragon. If he has a like Space Typhoon, I can always, after resolution, do Bottomless Trap Hole in the successful summon window, let's say. So Ancient Forest is up. The perfect draw for me would be a Gadget, and of course, here I draw red Gadget. Yes. Normal summon it, add yellow, and I'm gonna take things slowly. I'm just going to ram all of my Gadgets into his forest. That sounds kind of sexual, but it's not. Yellow Gadgets is gonna attack into the Mirror Force that he just drew. No, not yet. He's gonna be very sparingly with his Mirror Force, something that you kind of have to do when you're on the back burner. Card that he is going to play immediately is Pulling the Rug. Very good cards to side in, of course. The opponent has Proving Ground for Laquari. Is going to summon that, and that smells. The opponent summoning Laquari in this situation. So I am going to Bottomless this and just pass turn. But here is another one of my good friends, Yellow Gadgets, poking in for 12 damage and getting destroyed. The opponent has Smashing Rounds to rid my field of the Fortress, but things are looking very good for me here. I have the Gozen match, and Laquari cannot tag out, so yeah, I'm gonna immediately prison this Laquari, just to, you know, not lose my Gadgets. Because if he cannot tag out, or will not tag out, yeah, then I would have no monsters. But of course, thanks to Forest, he has to tag out So did I have to prison? Maybe not, maybe not. But anyway, here is green Gadget. Gets destroyed and I just pass turn. He has Trap Stun, but it's not going to help him, I'm afraid. I have red Gadget, which attacks directly. Yeah, I'm out of yellow Gadgets. I'm only playing 2 yellow Gadgets in this build, and yeah, both of them gone. So the opponent has Starlight Road. He has Call of the Haunted, but I'm going to negate that with Royal Oppression. He's gonna chain Mystical Space Typhoon. So now it's gonna be a Gozen match that has to do the heavy lifting. And yeah, third opponent in a row who doesn't know what Gozen match does. And yeah, the Forest takes out the Laquari. And here I do have a game shot. And it looks like I'm going for it and it pays off. The back row was Trapstun Starlight Road, so nothing he could do to protect himself there. And that was our third match. Final match of the video. This was when I was like 840-ish rank. So getting up there. And man, this opening hand is terrible. I do have double Solidarity. But yeah, he has Book of Moon attacking over my gear frame. I have red Gadgets, gonna search yellow Gadgets, and I am gonna be summoning the Fortress, which will be hit with Bottomless. Double Solidarity comes out next, which allows me to attack over the Laquari. And I have Bottomless, so I can stabilize a bit, but he has MST for the Bottomless. Gonna summon Prisma, and I thought, oh, he's gonna reveal Chimeric Fortress Dragon. But no, it's much worse than that. He has Test Tiger as well, so he's gonna go for Darius, Bestiari, and Contact Fuse into Gizaurus, which rids my back row of my 2 Solidarities. So, yeah, what can I top deck? I think it has to be a Gear Frame or Fortress. But he has enough materials to go for Heraklinos. I'm just calmly gonna keep summoning Gadgets to soften the blow a bit, to deck thin a bit, because I know that I need access to Fortress sooner than later. Limit removal, it's not gonna be super helpful because Heraklinos can negate in the damage step. And I tried Solidarity. I'm not sure about my thought process here. But anyway, he has a Rescue Cat that is gonna bring out a Tiger and a Samnite, and the Samnite is gonna be tagged out. So yeah, no use in playing this one out, right? Game number 2. Again with the Gozen match. That's one of the reasons I want to showcase this matchup, because Gozen match in the side deck, it's been putting in a lot of work for me lately. To back row, the opponent has E-Quests and a lot of back row on their own. They have Mirror Force, Bottomless, War Chariot. So I am going to summon yellow. In hindsight, I should have just Smashing Grounded first to play around the War Chariot. Opponent has Space Typhoon for the Gozen match, so in this game Gozen match will not be putting in the work. And I prison the Laquari, so things are looking okay. It's a pity that I don't have an extra gadget to be working with, so my mistake coming back to bite me in the ass. And I'm going to not attack, thinking that this might be Oplomus or any of the other Gladiator Beasts with plenty of defense. But my opponent is gonna punish me. Prisma sent Bestiari, and and I can be assured that this is a Gladiator Beast. So on resolution, I am going to compulse the set monster. Thinking that if I draw... okay. The thing is, if I didn't prison and I drew a Gadget, then I could have creature swapped and went for my own Chimeric Fortress that way with the Prisma. But yeah, looks like I'm playing rather safe than sorry here and just immediately prison the Prisma. But yeah, in hindsight, that maybe would have been a good play. My Gadgets are gonna try to go in, but there is a Mirror Force, and my opponent has the Retiari, so he is gonna get the ball rolling. His Bestiary is in the grave, but here is Darius. So he can, without any fear, go for Gizaurus and blow up my back row. No fear of this being Starlight Road. But I still have that creature swap, that spicy one-off tech creature swap. Going to grind my Gadgets and a creature swap. Take his Gizaurus and attack over it. And from here I'm gonna try to take full control of the game. I don't summon yellow because I couldn't go for game yet, and having the Gadget in attack position would leave me open to a comeback play. So here choosing not to go for the play. But my opponent only has monsters, so not the tools needed for a comeback play. We're coming on to the final game of the video, and I'm already gonna thank you guys for watching this long form content, if you will. Here I do make the correct play, smash and yellow Gadget. And my opponent has the Bottomless. So that could potentially be a big card once I do summon out my Fortress. I'm just gonna set my Bottomless and not my limit removal, because there are no Gladiator Beasts that go under Bottomless, if I'm not mistaken. He's setting Bestiary. I have green Gadget, grab red. I'm gonna try to attack the set. Should I? Worst case, he has like a Hoplomus or one of the Gladiator Beasts with a bit more defense, but he doesn't, so I'm not getting punished here. And I do set my Gozen Match, so that is gonna insulate me a bit against possible Gizaurus plays. Opponent has Waboku, but I'm going to trap stun that and attack over it. No limit removal yet. I'm keeping that for the game shots or to use it as a trap card. And here he does have the Hoplomus, but I have the limit removal and I'm gonna attack over it and push in for game. Opponent has Mirror Force one turn too late. So guys, that was it for this episode of the Gadget case study, where we looked at the Gladiator Beast matchup. I'm gonna thank you guys again for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't done so already. If there is a specific deck you want to see in this series, just let me know. This is Ryan Atlas. Bye.